the Saints get ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
We go tonight. 20, 4 now.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
2 for 1. Protein spill. Kill. Magic wall. Bravo.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, 2.
53 at the mic. 53 at the mic. Here we go, team. Here I come. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Watch the run.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah.
Ric Flair.
Here we go again.
Here's Goff. Well, that'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Hut, 180.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
Maverick.
3rd and 2, Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and they'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 13-yard line.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 13.
Watch the eye.
Hey, kill.
Crunch. He's checking. Crash.
Over.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 16, Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Alert 3.
Easy, opposite. Kill. Good. Tonight.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Breeze down to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 38 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On the stop was Aaron Donald. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Ready.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. You ready?
Mike 51. What's the run? They're running it.
Breeze leads this one with Kamara. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. I got you. I got you.
Breeze now. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Well, CD, with the end of the season comes the announcement of the All-Pro team, and everybody was like, wait a second, Christian McCaffrey's listed twice. Is that a mistake? No, he got it both at running back and flex. Pretty impressive.
Very impressive because I think a lot of people thought that if you have a running back and a flex position, that maybe Christian McCaffrey would go into the flex because he catches the ball so well. And you would go ahead and elevate the big guy out of Tennessee, Derrick Henry, to the all-pro running back. Henry ends up being a second-team guy, but McCaffrey deserves being first-team running back as well as first-team flex. He had a tremendous, spectacular year.
And as you might imagine, Baltimore leads the way. 5 players named to the all-pro selection. Of course, leading the way for them, the quarterback Lamar Jackson.
Yes, and rightly so. And I fully expect him to be named the MVP when we get to NFL honors right before the Super Bowl. He's going to sweep all of those, and he deserves it. Carried that team throughout the season and got better in their bigger games.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. This is Brown on the carry. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Super.
Smell fear now.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
51, Mike 51.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Come on, dude.
Check. 2 for 1. 2 for 1.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
Ready? Yellow lady.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. The tackle there by John Johnson. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Kamara out of a pistol. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Easy.
On the ground, Kamara. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Yellow lady. Kill. Check, bust it.
A gain of 5.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Breeze into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? After the interception, here's Gall. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Gone. He's going to air it out deep for Wood. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Quickly from Goff to Kupp. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, as the first half is winding down, and the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
To throw is Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Ready. You ready? Down to lose 1. Cut.
Throwing now is Breeze. And he'll let it fly in the direction again. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Gurley again here on 1st down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the jet sweep, they get this to Cooks. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Out of the gun, Goff. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I'll guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, The holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Switch. Hey, switch gears.
Again, it's Kamara. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
36.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
61, matchbox lights.
You.
And 58 is a mic.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Going out. 80 weapons.
You got tight right there.
Now gone. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They run it again with Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds Cook.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Breeze's throw on target to Cook. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald, his 2nd sack of the night. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. The busy night continues for Kamara. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14.
Break it down.
3rd and 14.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Aaron Donald bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. Another try after the first down sack. Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. He's the opposite.
From midfield, here's Breeze. And that is incomplete. The great veteran Clay Matthews able to knock that one away in coverage. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
24 is the mic. Let's get the ball.
You're good.
Breeze going to go on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nickel Roby-Coleman, a sack off the corner. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Gone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Watch the screen.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Aaron Donald make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Shotgun now for Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw on second down. Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. The defense can stop it twice.